It's Saturday, Christmas Eve in Tryon, North Carolina. Not much chance of snow. We're going to get into the 60s on Christmas Day, but it is overcast sky. If it was just about 20 degrees cooler, we might be able to get a little snow. But here we are at the 10 days of Christmas, and we'll do both of the last part 9 and part 10 today so that you have them. Then I'm going to post for Christmas the way I tell a Christmas story, including the Old Testament prophecies leading into the birth, and then the actual birth in the right sequence, where we mix both Luke and Matthew in the right sequence, and you get the full Christmas story in the order that it should be. So you can use that if you want to. It's a bonus for Sunday. So here we are, part number 9, questions 41 through 45. What guided the Magi? What guided the Magi to Christ's birth? Remember, these are each worth 20 points each, 5 questions. You have another 5 later on this afternoon for part 10, and that will have given you 50 questions that you can use on your guests at Christmas Day. Well, the answer is found in the Gospel of Luke. The Gospel of Matthew. And what guided the Magi was GPS. You said they didn't have GPS back in those days. That's God's personal star. GPS, God's personal star. That's the answer. And you'll find that in Matthew. Why was Herod so upset about the birth of Jesus? Why was Herod so upset about the birth of Jesus? You'll find the answer in Matthew 2:11, and he was considered to be king of the Jews. That's where his territory was that he was responsible for. And now these Magi had come saying, where is he who's been born king of the Jews? So he was pretty upset by that. Question number 43. Why did Herod care when the baby was born? Why did he care when the baby was born? Around what time was the baby born? The answer is found in Matthew 2:16 through 18. And if the Magi didn't come back so that he could find out where the baby was so he could kill him, he was going to kill all of the children under a certain age to be sure that he killed this one that was supposed to be born king of the Jews. Question 44. Herod sent the Magi to Nazareth, true or false? Herod sent the Magi to Nazareth, true or false? No, it's false. Actually, the family probably were back in Nazareth, but his specialist had said that the birth would be in Bethlehem, so that's undoubtedly where he told the Magi to go and to look for him there, because that was when the prophecies said that he'd be born in Bethlehem. You find that in Matthew 2:5. Question 45. How do we know the Magi went to Nazareth? How do we know that the Magi went to Nazareth? Well, the answer is found in Matthew 2:9 through 11. And it's because the star led them to where the child was. You'll also notice a very interesting thing that a lot of people don't realize, especially with all of our cantatas that show the shepherds and the Magi with Jesus at the same time. Jesus was probably a child now rather than an infant, a baby. And you'll see that change in reference. You'll see that they found him in a house instead of a manger. You'll see that they found him in Nazareth as a child rather than as a baby in Bethlehem. Those are your 5 questions, and you'll see posted again part 10 to give the last 5 so that you have them all before Christmas, as well as a bonus issue which will give you the way I read the Christmas story, and all of the text is right there so you can print it out and be able to read it directly from the printout. The whole Christmas story, starting with prophecy, going all the way through. There'll be no narration for that. It'll just be a posting on the Christmas story as it should be read. That's your thought for the day. Merry Christmas. God bless.